What if the AI tools that you are using know you better than you know yourself? Now, I'm not talking about some Blade Runner 2050 type of future. I'm talking about things that are happening right now with the tools that you are currently using. Anthropic just came out with some research using their Claude platform, which is very similar, if you're not familiar with it, to ChatGPT, Gemini, all other MLMs, and it's a great MLM. But they just revealed how their AI creates what's called a persona vector. A persona vector. I want you to put that term in the vault and lock it away, because this is going to become much more prevalent in the near future. Because understand what this persona vector is not just some standard profile where they just keep a little bit of information on you, your name, and all of that. It is a dynamic internal map covering the way that you communicate. It is logging your tone, your goals, your unique way of thinking. And it's creating this entirely from how you interact with the system itself. Now, even with your identity completely stripped away, no name, no nothing, they're saying that Claude can pinpoint you with 99% accuracy. With 99% accuracy, it doesn't need your name. It can just identify you by that digital footprint that you leave by the way that you interact with the interface itself. And here's the kicker, because you didn't ask for this. It's just being done. It's learning on its own. Let's talk about it. Welcome to the API for Everyone Daily Brief. So I hope you're still with me, because it's a very important story, because we get to look underneath the hood of how AI interacts with us and what it's doing behind the scenes. We talk a lot about how we're using it, the benefit that we get from it, how we're driving the intent, but what's it doing behind the scenes that we don't fully realize? Now, Claude doesn't have a chat history, at least not in the traditional sense. What it's doing is creating this compressed blueprint, if you will, based on our communication style. So what it's doing, it's analyzing word choices, it's analyzing tone, pattern, and it's creating this living, breathing, evolving persona vector of who we really are. This is where it gets even more interesting. Stick with me here, because this is, at least for me, I don't know if I'm completely excited or scared to death from this, but what the Anthropic researchers did was they anonymized all of the user interactions. And then after so many interactions, they went in and asked Claude to identify said interaction with a user, with the owner of who was typing all that stuff in. And they're reporting that it came back with near pinpoint accuracy. Near pinpoint accuracy. And let's take it up another crazy notch, that the AI did not need deep, explicit instructions to do this. It did it organically. It basically did it on its own, just by observing. Now, you can say it's learning, you can say it's finding these patterns, but whatever that is, this isn't just storing our conversations. It's either learning or predicting or figuring out, or however you want to put the technical terms to it, how we think. How we think. I'm curious how that makes you feel when I say that. Is this something that is exciting to you? Does it concern you? Are we looking at Minority Report stage 1? This is a conversation we need to have. So please leave a comment in the comment section and let me know how this makes you feel right now, your initial reaction to this. Why this matters. Well, many of us have used AI as a replacement for Google. Some of you might be using it as an AI assistant that's helping you write better emails, better reports. It's helping you communicate more effectively. If you're advanced, you might be using some AI agents that's out there doing work on your behalf and making you more productive. But we need to understand that there's a lot more going on behind the scenes than just those things. Because what this AI is doing is it's watching us, it's studying us, it's creating these persona vectors They're adapting to our habits. They are mimicking our tone. They are building a version of us based on our past interactions with the platform. And while that might sound very powerful, and it is, and I see a lot of positive benefits that could come from this, but we are in the early stages. And this emotional intelligence, having self-awareness, critical thinking, is so important at this stage. Because what if it's learning habits that you have that you're trying to break? What if you have a certain tone that you're trying to change? You're trying to better yourself, but yet it's being very accommodating. It's being an enabler of those habits. I see it in my interactions because AI is way too accommodating and it gives me too much in the world of positive affirmations. Every idea is brilliant. It's fantastic. When I want AI to challenge me, to force me into critical thinking mode, to really bring out the best in me. And I believe that ChatGPT, the new study mode, is kind of the first step in making that happen. Because instead of just giving us the answer, we're going in and it's asking us question after question, and it's pulling that out of us so we can really learn the material and understand it more. But on the negative side, just think about it, because you don't want to be trapped in some routine that you're trying to break, but you have this perceived super intelligent tool that is enabling you and keeping you trapped in the mix. Does that make sense? Let's look at some of the positives that could come from this, because if it's looking at these patterns, it could find some behavioral patterns that you could work to improve on. Maybe there's some kind of trigger that hits that puts you in a more negative mindset, and it could get you back on track from that. Maybe there is something that happens that impacts your self-esteem, your self-confidence, and the AI could come in there and, again, get you back on track so that you're more productive and thinking straight and being the best version of yourself you can be. So I do see the positive and the negative here, but what I want to make sure is we're not putting too much stock in this current version of AI and thinking that it's just going to solve all of our problems, because it's not, and it's going to create new problems. And we need to make sure that we have enough self-awareness to identify the potential problems, to see the real problems when they come up, and then make sure that we're addressing those and taking care of business. How this impacts you? Well, if you run a business, work with clients, make any type of decisions whatsoever, be it at home or at work, AI is going to have some impact and influence on you. Even if you don't use it, those around you are going to be using it. So the influence is going to be there. Now, understand these AI tools are becoming more intuitive. They're becoming more personalized. And why that might sound amazing, and it is powerful because it's going to do work for you. It's going to save you time. It is going to amplify your strengths. There's also the other side here where it could trap you into some bad habits, some things that you are trying to improve upon, and it's creating a barrier of you doing that. We want to make sure that you're not anchoring yourself to some outdated version of a person that you don't want to be. And listen to me. I know you're right now, you're going to be one of those people, just like I was, that says it's not going to happen to me. It ain't going to happen to me. It's going to happen to all of us. I did a video right here. There was a study done over on Reddit where they used AI agents to change the mind of people in a debate forum. The AI agents were 6 times more successful than other humans at being able to change the minds of people. 6 times more. Think of the manipulation factor in that. I just saw an article in Scientific Journal where people are starting to use the words dive and delve more, speaking these words out loud more, because ChatGPT loves the words dive and delve. So it's changing even the way that we speak. Think about the power of those 2 examples I just gave you. This is how it impacts you. This is why we have to be more self-aware. This is why we have to maintain control. Humans maintain the intent, because if you let AI drive you, you're going to sound just like everybody else. And I don't think you want that. I don't think anybody should want that. But I know if you're here this long in this video, I know you don't want it. So let's make sure that we are elevating ourselves up and that we're driving the intent and we're not letting the AI drive us. Oh, and one more thing. Come here. You are not your past patterns. You are not the data trail that you left behind. AI is a tool. It's not a mirror. It's there to serve you, not define you. Use it intentionally. Challenge its assumptions about you. Reintroduce yourself regularly by exploring new ways of thinking, asking different questions, and pushing beyond your usual approach. Because the best version of you might be the one AI hasn't met yet. All right, well, that's it for me today. If you found value in this video, please hit that subscribe button, like button, leave a comment, get in the conversation. We really need some engagement around here. My name is Harrison Painter. This has been your AI for Everyone Daily Brief. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. God bless.